اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Salah. Salah is the most important and fundamental deed which would enable man to benefit directly from the power of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, to fulfill the commandments of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, and to emulate the way of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The obligatory Salah. Quranic verses. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu says, Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Surely Salah restrains man from indecency and evil. Surah Al-Ankabut. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Those who have believed and performed good deeds and established Salah and continued giving the zakah, for them is their reward with their sustainer. Neither do they have any fear, nor will they grieve. Surah Al-Baqarah. قل لعبادي الذين آمنوا يقيموا الصلاة وينفقوا مما رزقناهم سرا وعلانية من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلال. Say to my servants who have believed that they should establish the Salah and spend secretly and openly from that which we provided them before the arrival of the day in which there is neither trading nor friendship. Surah Ibrahim. رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء. O my sustainer, make me one who establishes Salah and of my progeny as well. O my sustainer, accept my supplication. Surah Ibrahim. أقم الصلاة لدلوك الشمس إلى غسق الليل وقرآن الفجر إن قرآن الفجر كان مشهودا. Establish the Salah from the declining of the sun till the darkness of night, and keep the recitation of the Quran at dawn. Surely the recitation of the Quran at dawn is witnessed by the angels. Surah Bani Israel. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَلَى صَلَوَاتِهِمْ يُحَافِظُونَ. Those who are watchful of their Salah. Surah Al-Mu'minun. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا نُودِيَ لِلصَّلَاةِ مِنْ يَوْمِ الْجُمُعَةِ فَاسْعَوْا إِلَى ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَذَرُوا الْبَيْعَ ذَلِكُمْ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. O believers, when the call to Salah is made on Friday, then hasten toward the remembrance of Allah and cease your trading. This is better for you if only you have understanding. Surah Al-Jumu'ah. Ahadeeth. Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, the edifice of Islam is built on 5 pillars, testifying that there is none worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is the Messenger of Allah, establishing Salah, paying zakah, performing the Hajj pilgrimage, and fasting in Ramzan. Mentioned by Bukhari. Jubair ibn Nufair Rahimahullah narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, I have not been ordered to accumulate wealth and to be from among the businessmen. Rather, I have been ordered, thus glorify the praises of your sustainer and be with those who are in prostration, those who offer Salah and remain occupied in the worship of your sustainer till death comes to you. Mentioned by Sharh as-Sunnah. Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with regard to the question which Jibreel alayhi salam posed to him about Islam. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in reply, Islam means that you testify with your heart and tongue that there is none worthy of worship except Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Messenger of Allah. You establish Salah, pay zakah, perform the Hajj and Umrah, major and lesser pilgrimage. You take a bath in order to purify yourself from the major impurity, janaba. You perform a complete ablution, wuzu, and you fast in Ramzan. Jibreel alayhi salam asked, will I be a Muslim if I do all these deeds? He replied, yes. Jibreel alayhi salam said, you are correct. Mentioned by Ibn Khuzaymah. Qurra ibn Damus radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates, we met the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam on the occasion of the farewell pilgrimage. We asked him, O Messenger of Allah, what do you instruct us to do? He said, I instruct you to establish Salah and give zakah, perform the pilgrimage to the sanctified house of Allah, and you fast in Ramzan, for in this month is a night that is better than 1,000 months. You must consider as inviolable the life and property of a Muslim, a person with whom a covenant is signed, unless it is to punish either of two breaking a law of Allah, and instruct you to hold on firmly to Allah Jalla Jalaluhu and obedience to Him. In other words, remain steadfast in fulfilling the orders of Islam without bothering about the pleasure or displeasure of all except Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, mentioned by Bayhaqi. Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The key to paradise is salah, and the key to salah is purity," mentioned by Ahmad. Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The coolness of my eyes has been placed in salah," mentioned by Nasa'i. Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Salah is a pillar of Islam." Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates the last words of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam were Salah, Salah, fear Allah Jalla Jalaluhu with regard to those whom you possess, for example your slaves and those in your employ, by fulfilling their rights, mentioned by Abu Dawud. Abu Umama radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came from Khaybar with 2 slaves. Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, "O Messenger of Allah, give us a slave who would serve us." He said, "Take whichever of the 2 you like." Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, "You choose one for me." He said, "Take this one, but do not beat him, because I saw him offering salah during our return from Khaybar, and I have been prohibited from beating those who offer salah," mentioned by Tabarani. Ubadah ibn Samit radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates, "I heard the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, there are 5 salahs which Allah Jalla Jalaluhu made compulsory. Whoever performs a perfect ablution for these salahs, performs them at their appointed times, fulfills their bowing and prostrating postures perfectly, offers them with humility, then Allah Jalla Jalaluhu makes a promise to Himself that He will forgive him. Whoever does not do this, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu makes no such promise to Himself. If He wills, He may forgive him, and if He wills, He may punish him," mentioned by Abu Dawud. Hanzala al-Usaidi radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Whoever upholds the 5 salahs in such a way that he is particular in performing the ablution for them, offering them at their appointed times, and fulfilling the bowing and prostrating postures, while at the same time considering them to be a responsibility on him from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, then such a person will be made unlawful to the hellfire," mentioned by Ahmad. Abu Qatada ibn Rabi radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu says, "I made the 5 salahs obligatory on your ummah, and I took a covenant upon myself that whoever comes to me, having upheld them at their appointed times, I shall admit him into paradise. Whoever did not uphold them shall enjoy no such covenant from me. I may pardon him or I may punish him," mentioned by Abu Dawud. Usman ibn Affan radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Whoever acknowledges that salah is an obligatory duty shall enter paradise," mentioned by Ahmad. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to make amal upon whatever we have listened to, and may He give us the tawfiq to send this to others, inshallah. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayh.